Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Everybody.
And we are back with Jettin back to 93, the Winnipeg Jets 93-94 season continued trade deadline edition. Now, Jeff, we're not quite at the trade deadline, but we are getting very close right now. And, we're
We've only
sitting...
got another month and a half or so.
Yeah,
not super close, but...
Well, we're going to sim here pretty fast, I think. We're sitting here pretty good. We're up on LA by what my brain
Yeah,
hurts.
well, you're first overall in the league, and you're 8 points up on LA, 9
Yeah.
points up on the Rangers,
Yeah.
and 17 points up in the division. So very little chance you're going to lose that in the time that's left. So
Yes, but we
don't know
have
that you necessarily need to make a big move, but
been getting run over by injuries, which has been unfortunate.
yeah. One thing we should mention today, unfortunately, Brian Marchment, who we've got on this team in the game, apparently passed away earlier today in Montreal. I guess he was there as with the Sharks for the draft.
Yes.
Haven't heard why yet, but still way too young, only 53 years old.
Yes, very sad. Winnipeg Jets first round pick in '87, I believe.
Yep, and unlike real life in this game, we Jets traded him away to Blackhawks in '91, but we've kept him in this game, and
Yes,
he's had kind of an off year last year, but
he's doing pretty well this
been
year.
fairly solid for us.
Yeah, he was kind of playing as our seventh defenseman. He's moved up into the starting lineup this year.
Yeah, he'd maybe be a little higher in the depth chart, but the big surprise in this game this year has been Brad Kylie.
Yes, who's just consistently played awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we just signed him as minor league depth, basically out of the OHL, where he was playing as an overager 2 years ago. Had a great rookie year in Moncton and the AHL, and so we think when we had, like you were saying, we had some injuries, and we brought him up just to fill a spot, and somehow he's putting up a point per game. He's got 33 points in 33 games as a rookie defenseman.
Yes.
Which puts him several points up on the next highest rookie scorer in the league. This Paul Correa is in his rookie season this year, and I think he's about 8 points up on Correa. So odds-on favorite to be rookie of the year this year, and he pretty much came out of nowhere, undrafted.
Yeah, and we pushed Fedosov out of the lineup, even though we signed him as depth. So,
speaking of that, we should probably send Jason York down to the AHL. He's not getting any playing time now.
He was drafted. Montreal drafted him in the third round, but we signed him when they didn't.
He was? Oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah. Sorry, what were we saying?
What year did we start this in?
89, I believe.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that was in game.
We started it before Howard Chuck got traded.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say there?
No, I was just going to say this was after that.
Yes. So we're going to continue to power through here a bit. So we got a game versus LA here. Not expecting a huge amount. And they actually beat us 4-2. Mostly because Gretzky puts up 3 assists. Although their goaltender, Duffus? I don't know this guy at all.
He didn't play long.
Paris Duffus. That is a name.
Yeah, it's literally about as short a career as you can have. One single NHL game for Phoenix in 96-97.
Wow. Okay. Well, ironically, he was playing for Phoenix Roadrunners in the IHL in this.
Yeah, and then it looks like he just got called up.
One game. Sorry, Jeff. One game, and he only played half of it. 29 minutes. So he came up.
So he only let in one goal, though. So did okay. He just never got another chance after that.
Yeah.
I think St. Louis had him for a while as well, if I remember right. Can't recall for sure.
Yeah, that's not a name I recall at all, which is a disappointing loss for us. We'll put Ken Reagan in versus Anaheim. And 7-2 victory. So, oh, wow. Dale Howardchuk, 5 goals. Natural hat trick in the first.
Kylie is the third star again with another assist.
Of course. Assisted the first goal. Look at that. 20-21-22. Oh, I was hoping he scored 5 straight, but he didn't.
Wait, was that a natural hat trick in the first?
Even strength power play, even strength.
Yep, natural hat trick in about 12 minutes in the first period.
Yeah. Doing it well. All right. Well, that at least gets him back into a scoring binge a bit.
Yeah, I don't think he's not near the top of the leaders this year.
No. Well, he's kind of beginning his downward trend here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's still got some good years left, but
he does have Solani with him, who's on the way up,
yes,
which is probably going to keep him going a little bit.
Lose 4-2 to Detroit. Got out. No, we outshot them. Hits the same. Yeah. Just not getting those goals we need. Scouting report update, which probably isn't going to tell us a huge amount. Jim Fox is the top guy. 5'8" Jim Fox. Playing for the independent team. All right, continuing on here. We are streaming live right now on both twitch.tv/franchise hockey manager as well as twitch.tv/OOTP developments. I should mention, Jeff, you currently have only about 15 hours left if you're watching this live right now to pick up Franchise Hockey Manager 8 on sale for 75% off. Part of the summer sale. It ends at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, so yeah, you don't have a lot longer.
Is it that late? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you're watching this live, if you're watching this on YouTube, you've already missed it, unfortunately. But it was on for 2 weeks.
That will probably be the best deal of the year that you can get on the game. So if you're on the fence on it, you may want to look into it right now.
All right, Chris Draper moves up. Solani goes up a little more, and Stumple goes up. Adams goes down. Mullen goes down. Disappointing. Yuri Slager, he should be higher than a half a star, I would think, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going wrong with him.
Like he's losing stuff too. He's 22 years old. Oh yeah, that's no morale spending on the amateur team. Too chintzy with their budget. I think we're good for everything there right now. Try and bank some points. Board confidence update.
Be fine.
Things the
Great
season
success.
Yeah, in the last few weeks, the team's played good, but you need to ensure that the team remains successful. We went, our record dropped to 7-4-0. And long term, he's satisfied with our work. And so, yeah, we're mostly pretty good. Fan happiness is high. Although we need to get some wins together here. Nick versus Dallas. And 5-2 victory. That's good. Okay, Stumple's on. Yeah, there we go. Stumple gets first star. 2 assists. And Brad Tiley gaining another point.
I don't know how he's doing it, but he is doing it somehow.
Let's take a look here. So we've simmed a few.
It's not like you're giving him a ton of playing time. I don't think he's on the.
Oh, he's down to only 35 points in 37 games. He actually, when he did come in, he was playing top line minutes, but he was producing, so it wasn't really hurting anything. Because we had him just jump in for, was it Newman when Newman went down for a little while?
Yeah, I think he got a few points there, but even at that, he's still.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of which, let's look here at upcoming free agents in case. Yeah, we don't really have anyone. Reggett can walk. He's only 1 star. Fedosov, we could. We don't have a lot of defensive depth, right?
Yeah, I don't think we really need to. Well, hang on. What do we got? Lauken, Colin Moore. Yeah, a lot of guys. Nobody. We should probably really look at
drafting
a defenseman next year.
We have. Okay, what is it? Fedosov only wants 285. Okay, we'll give him that.
1 more year.
Oh, I mean, we can probably trade him. It's not like we signed it to a no movement clause. Crime in the Woods has a question for you in the chat, Jeff.
Will new FHM9 have a perfect team? No.
We haven't exactly
Definitely
announced
not going to be happening.
FHM9, but
Well,
Mogilny picks up 2 goals and another win over
we just
Hartford.
keep mentioning that we're working on it, but no, there won't be a perfect team on it.
And yeah, all right. Old friend Laurie Boschman was on waivers.
Now, where's he going to wind up?
Oh, he's probably in the minors somewhere.
You still got that waiver thing set to 1-star?
Yeah, well, we still have some guys we kind of need. We don't have a lot of depth here. If someone really interesting comes up, Dave Tippett is on.
Still a viable defensive forward at this point?
Yeah. We could use another good forward. Like, I mean, if we could take Brian Mullen out of the lineup, he's only got 6 points.
We just traded for him earlier in the year.
I know, but he has not really produced at the rate. I was hoping he was going to get a little more. So, you know what? We're going to place him on the trade block. And, I mean, we could get rid of Robert Crone, too. We have some guys coming, like Kirk Maltby's coming, but he's not ready quite yet. Jason Arnott's coming, but he's not ready quite yet. And then our left side is just...
okay when we had him up earlier in the season, so...
Well, I'm just saying, if somebody comes along and blows us with an offer... And we beat Edmonton. Shanahan gets a few more assists. They actually were up after the first. We take the lead in the second and never let it go. Excellent. And the Olympics start today. We're not controlling the team, though.
Year.
What's that? Sorry?
Olympic year. What does Team Canada look like?
Let's see. Oof. Old man Clint Malarchuk is a net.
Roland Melanson.
Jeff Reese. Bobby Dolis, former Winnipeg Jet.
Ex-NHLers, but...
Kurt Gillies. Lyle Oderline.
Wally Schreiber, I think, was on the Olympic team once or twice in real life. Which, is that Dwayne Sutter?
Yes.
Lindy Ruff's down there.
Yeah. Not exactly a standout team.
And this is 94, so the Russians will be a lot weaker than normal.
Yeah.
Is it still the Russians, or is this the Soviet? No, this is the Russians.
Yeah. Is this the Russian unified team, though? This might be a unified team at this point.
94, I'm going to look that up. No, it's just Russia. Okay. Well, I think I may have simplified that down. Let me double check that. Nope, just Russia. Regular Russia.
All right, 4-2 win over St. Louis.
This was the year Sweden beat Canada in the final.
Yes, this is the Peter Forsberg stamp.
Yep. Yeah. Lillehammer games.
Yes, if you're not familiar with that, Peter Forsberg scored a very memorable goal. Throw Ken Reagan in for a game versus Dallas. He scored against... What goalie was it? I think the goalie's a commentator now anyways, isn't he? I think in that Olympic.
Corey Hirsch?
It might have been Corey Hirsch. 2-1 victory over Dallas. Nice.
Yeah, it was Hirsch. And Hirsch, well, but Hirsch isn't on the postage stamp because he wouldn't let them use his likeness.
I mean, I probably wouldn't either. Oh, yeah. No, Brad Tilley cut his ear. He's out day to day. 37 points in 41 games. All right, we'll have to replace him.
He finally gets back into the lineup.
For now. All right, game versus the Leafs. Let's do it. And 5-2 victory. Nice. Zamnov gets 3 points. Our old friend Eddie Olczyk, who we tried to pry away in a previous save, but they just wouldn't let him go.
Leafs aren't looking good in this one. They're
Now, let's stop here for a minute. We're mid-February.
Yep.
And March 15th is the trading deadline. Let's just check and see if anybody interesting is on the trading block. And Joe Juneau is on the trade block. That would be an interesting ad.
Yeah, it would be a little extra scoring depth.
He's had 48 points in 56 games.
Ottawa.
Well, yeah.
Ottawa apparently giving up on this season and trying to. Bills would not like we have got any good prospects to give them now.
All right. Well, Ottawa needs everything, though. So what can... Okay, so we first off started talking about... Oh, I forgot, too. Right, we do have Randy Cunninworth coming back probably by playoffs. So we're not super
probably want to include at least one regular forward in the offer.
So I offered Brian Mullen. Why is that resetting? That's weird. That shouldn't reset. Okay, Jansen Cullimore. Yuri Slager's kind of just not turning out for us, so we might as well try and ship him out. Hopefully he can have some success. Should we send Ottawa Chris Gratton?
I think that potential, the scouts are wrong on that.
For what? Chris Gratton?
For Gratton, I think he should turn out better than that. You're not really giving up anyway. You're going to have to.
Even offering a second-round pick, they're like, yeah. Even offering a first-round pick, they're like, nah.
It's the quality of the guys are giving them. They can see Prestige and Slager. Those guys don't add anything to the deal.
Oh, I disagree. They add so much, Jeff.
All in two at 31.
We'll just throw something at the wall.
And Robert Cron.
We'll offer them Chris Gratton, just to see. Bowen, Cullimore, Slager, Gratton, and the rights to Joel Prippick. I fully expect them to be no. But you never know. Brad Tilley is getting more healthy. That's good news for us. And he can now play, but we'll leave him till he's perfectly healthy. And now he says he is perfectly healthy, but he's only at 80%, so we'll leave him for one more game versus Pittsburgh, who never got their dynasty. And we lose 8-3 to Pittsburgh. Oh, boy. Randy,
you have to go and make fun of him.
Randy Gillen lights us up. 2 goals, 1 assist.
Briefly a Jet, I think, wasn't he?
He was, and then he was the first captain of the Manitoba Moose. He was one of the guys who stayed in Winnipeg. And
Pittsburgh really hasn't put that. Well, Pittsburgh's got
gets hurt.
Pretty much one line in Verasso, one defensive pair, and then gets real thin after that.
All right, so Cron comes in for McGillney. Ottawa says, no way. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Just delete that. Now, Jeff, I'm trying to remember. Are we in the... Or is it next season is the lockout?
94, 95.
Yeah.
So that will be the next year, yeah.
And we beat Chicago 7-0. Beat our old friend Bob Essenza.
Next season won't actually start until January.
Tilly picks up an assist. Oh no, Eric Weinrich gets hurt. How badly is he hurt? Mild hip strain day to day. Not bad. Fedosov comes in for him. And unsurprisingly, I guess maybe. Okay, well, this is interesting. Finland wins the Olympic Games. Best defenseman
Yeah, the bronze that year.
Best defenseman is Bobby Dallas.
Time to bring him back to the NHL. Best goalie is Frederick Anderson, but not that Frederick Anderson.
I mean, Bobby Dallas last 92, 93, 2 seasons ago had 22 points for LA. It's not terrible.
Doing okay in the IHL this year.
Yep. And Finland beat the Czech Republic, who, of course, now are known as Czechia?
Yeah, I'm still wondering if we should change that in the game. The Czech researchers say just leave it as it is.
That's interesting.
I got to ask again for next year. So it seems to be getting used more commonly.
Well, as far as I know, like that's what they want to be called, but
yeah, that's the official government name, but
no,
I know.
And all right, 2-2 tie with Calgary. Mogilny's ready to slowly come back from his facial cut. And oh no, Phil Housley re-signs with the Sabres. Remember when I tried to trade for him and you're like, no, you can't do that. That's not fair. It would have been so good, Jeff. Could have had Phil Housley on the team too. 7-2 victory over.
How did Phil Housley on the team work out for Winnipeg in real life?
Well, I mean, worked out well for a little bit. And let's see here. Although we wouldn't have the breakout Brad Tilly, who gets another assist there. Short-handed at that. Way to go, Tilly. And oh no, Brian Marchment gets injured. All right.
Good thing you kept your cup.
Well, typically we need more defensemen. Mark Hardy is available. Continuing on here.
35 at this point, yeah.
Todd Krieger gets traded. Oh, what? What are you doing, Tampa Bay? Not Tampa Bay. Okay, well, no, never mind. Florida. Florida gives up Martin St. Louis for Todd Krieger and Neil Shishi.
Basically, St. Louis is getting treated exactly as he was in real life.
Sent back to Tampa Bay.
And he winds up in Tampa Bay again somehow.
Has 12 points in 22 games. Oh, man. What? If he was on the trade block and we didn't see that, I'm going to be very upset at myself. But no, we couldn't have missed that.
He's just a one-star guy. I'm sure he's never going to turn out.
Yeah, probably not. Well, it looks like Ottawa hated our offer for Joe Juno so much they pulled him completely off the trade block. Wow.
Out there. Should see a few more once we get in the next, like within a week or two of the deadline.
Wow, we lost 6-0 to Chicago. What?
They're not good this year. That's disappointing.
Ed Belfour puts on a clinic.
Doug Wilson's still hanging on in Chicago. I think he was retired by now in real life. Yeah, this was doing this last season, something he never wound up in San Jose.
Wow. All right. We need our defenseman getting back. Mogilny's ready to come back. Sakic has re-signed. All right, so let's get Mogilny back in here for Crone, which will help us with some scoring. Weinrich's ready to come back in, so he's not completely, but he's good enough. So we'll put Fedosov back in. York will replace with Fedosov. And 4-3 victory already pays off. Greg Adams, 2 assists. Fedosov scores 3rd goal, shorthanded. Excuse me. All right, looking good. All the Canadian guys, Clint Malarchuk is back on waivers. Comes back from the Olympics and
gets in one game with the Oilers, looks like, and
Tampa. He was with Tampa. Oh,
no,
sorry. They just traded him. Clint Malarchuk gets traded to Tampa. I think gets immediately sent down. Along with the rights to Gilbert de la Forme for Ron Sutter and Gord Donnelly.
Shuffling a few veterans around.
Yeah, we're about 2 weeks out from the trade deadline now.
Although Ron Sutter headed back to Alberta. Makes sense.
Game for the Sharks. We'll put Reggett in for that. And our goaltender, Gehe Bears in net, but we beat them 5-1. Newman scores. Kristovich.
Sharks are finally getting better, but
we've added so many guys to that team. It's our favorite dumping ground. Shanahan's got 19th goal.
Michel Goulet's still going.
And Shanahan just gets injured day to day. So Kron's jumping back onto the first line. All right. And development report. Anyone interesting? Coins going up. Chris Gratton gets a big jump again. Roman Hammerlick takes a big jump again. Still guys are only half star. Scott Walker's up to +1. Shane Donovan gets a few more. Stu Barnes, Mogilny, Joseph Stumple all going up. Ooh, look! Ooh, look at that! Ooh. Elnick's going down. Fedosov's going down. Howard-Chuck's going down. Mullen's going down, and Reggett's going down. Yeah, Reggett's going down on his skating. I'm not too worried about that.
Almost wondering if you should pull Blaine Locker up from Moncton and send Reggett down.
I think that'll might be what happened next year anyways. I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference right now. Do you?
Yeah. Give you a slightly better backup. Although Reggett hasn't been playing badly when you've used him.
No. Board conference update. As I stopped to take a quick look around. We went 10-2-1 in February.
Probably padded our lead at the top of the league a little bit, hasn't it?
We'll look in a minute. I'm just going to throw Reggett in for this game versus Dallas. We lose 5-2 because you cursed him. Howard-Chuck scores. Mullen scores.
Because you put him in against a good team.
Yeah. We're only up by 5 on LA, actually. Then it falls off on the West.
Gotcha.
All right. Okay, good news. Brian Marchment is finally back. So we can put Fedosov out and replace him with Marchment. Kind of need Shanahan to hurry up and get back. Bruised foot. Whatever, man. Get going.
Yeah, a little rest before the playoffs.
4-1 victory. As we continue here, Greg Adams gets hurt, and Brad Tilley got hurt. No! Tilley's bruised shin. Okay, so he's coming out, and Fedosov comes right back in. Greg Adams' shoulder soreness 1 to 2 weeks. So we need to call up Okay, so let's look here.
You're gonna have to send York down because you've only got 23.
No, I'm gonna put him on the injured list.
Who?
You know what? We're gonna call just Jason Arnott up. We're gonna put Arnott in straight up for Greg Adams. As soon as I find his name, Arnott, and then we're gonna send Greg Adams to the injured list. Since he's out 1 to 2 weeks. Paul Fenton's on waivers. I don't think so. Not at all. All right, continuing on here. And game versus Pittsburgh and then New York. Mullins down to 63%. That's not changing right now. And we beat Pittsburgh 3-1. That's better. Oh. Pat Elnick fought Kevin Stevens. Alexei Zamnov then fought Kevin Stevens. Yes, just the guys you want. Sergei Zubov. Sergei Zubov then fights Kevin Stevens. Exactly who you expect.
You may need to add a little toughness to this team.
Well, we got a bunch of toughness guys. Did you forget who's on our depth chart here?
Yeah, but none of them are on the main roster.
Olofsson just got hurt day to day. Oh, he can still play, though. Okay. Well, okay, we can... All right, let's shop Brian Mullen. We can get a 6th-round draft pick choice from Montreal. Or from Toronto. 5th rounder from Boston. Okay, that's better. 5th rounder from Detroit. 5th rounder from LA. Oh, the Islanders are actually having a bit of a bounce back year. They got 81 points. Good for the Islanders. All right, there we go. We can ship him off to Washington. Okay, for a 6th
Looks like they wound up with Renberg in the draft, and he's worked out pretty well, but seem all that impressive.
All right, so it looks like we're going to take the Boston. Send Brian Mullen back to Boston. And then, all right, looking at our bringing on an angry guy, we have Beshear, who has 237 penalty minutes and 54 points. We have Christophe Olewa, who's got 29 points, but 251 penalty minutes.
Beshear goes first.
All right, because Jeff wants us to be able to fight, we're bringing Donald Beshear up. And we're going to take Beshear and replace him with Brian Mullen.
Check Beshear's role.
I will in a second here. Oh, I'll do it right now. Goon at 17.
Okay, that's fine.
Or did we want Enforcer? Because he's 17
No,
at
that's
Enforcer.
Fine. Either one.
Okay, let's change him to Enforcer, so he's not just fighting indiscriminately. Actually, we're at 99 points, I just realized. All right, so we're going to make this trade now, too, and get rid of Brian Mullins, because he hasn't really turned out. I mean, he's put up 1 goal and 10 assists for 11 points in 33 games.
You didn't give up much for him in the first place?
No. But he hasn't turned out, so we'll ship him to Boston. Hope for the best for him and for us. And now we have Donald Beshear on our team. And where's he sitting? All right, we're going to switch him and Draper for sure.
Yeah, I don't think you want him on the 3rd line.
Yeah, he can be on the 4th line there.
And Draper deserves a little more playing time.
And just taking a quick look, he's not. Okay, penalty kill. Howarchuk and Beshear.
No.
Come on. How do you not love that? Okay, so who should we... Oh, throw Stumple in there.
You're not exactly overrun with defensive forwards here either.
That's okay. We're just going to fight everybody now. All right. Beshear wants 8, but that's Greg Adams' number, so he's going to have... Oh, what's a good enforcer number? 87?
Fair.
He's a bit upset he didn't get his number. Well, guess what? He can fight it out and be happy about it. You know, we will just put Ken Reggett on the trade block in case anyone wants to... Oh, we don't have Beshear actually signed, so let's re-sign him right now. Before something bad
Didn't
happens.
you? Oh, no, that was Oliwa that you re-signed.
Yeah. Oliwa. Okay. Boy. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone... I guess I'll put Yuri Slager on the... No, he is on the trade block right now. I'll put him back on in case anyone...
You're removing him.
I know, I put him back on.
That doesn't do anything.
I just... Shh.
Okay. Not like I designed the game or anything.
Shh. Sometimes my brain just needs these things. Chris, okay, that's pretty funny. Chris Gratton is actually lower ranked on our depth chart than Yasunori Iwata.
And he's not doing terribly in the, not great, but not terrible in the AHL this year.
No, he's doing all right. Yeah, we don't have a lot of forward depth here. If things go sideways,
Really like, oh wait, was Maltby up to 1.5 stars?
yes, I believe he was.
I think that's new. Yes, it is new.
All right,
Okay, so how does Beshear do in his first NHL game?
let's find out. 2-1 victory over the Islanders. He is not one of the stars.
You were expecting him to be? Eddie got hurt. He separated his shoulder.
Of course he did.
And Arnott's got a concussion.
Of course he did. Arnott goes out for 3 weeks.
How much fun time did Beshear even get?
Of course he does. Separated 4 weeks. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Fantastic. He got 6 minutes and 50 seconds before he got hurt. He's out 1 to 2 months. 1 game. He gets 1 game, and he's done. Wow. All right, so I guess Oliwa's coming up now.
Ready to bring up Maltby? No, he's 1.5 stars.
No, we're going to keep the violence going here right now.
Okay.
And don't worry. Okay, so we have Oliwa coming in for Beshear. Beshear is going to the injured list. Arnott's hurt for 2 to 3 weeks, so we got to go call up Maltby. Okay, Chris Draper is getting replaced with Maltby. Arnott is getting replaced with Draper. And Arnott's to the injured list. And just like that, we have... And you wonder why I have 1-star guys left? Because look who's left, like Scott Walker. And that is it. That's why we have 1-star guys. Donald Beshear somehow manages to write down and sign his deal despite the fact he has his hurt shoulder.
This wasn't his writing hand.
Oh, good. That's not what I meant to click.
And the Panthers fire one former Blue and replace him with a different former Blue. Krieger out for Brian Sutter.
Trade block is looking pretty bad.
He was trying to move Reinhardt, but his back must be pretty much done at this point.
A week to go to the trade. Okay, well, look, here we go. Alan Kerr is on waivers, but I don't think we need him. Tilly is ahead of schedule. Brandon Shanahan has recovered already? Let's let these guys get as healthy as they can be. Trade deadline is coming. Rumor is Winnipeg's looking to move Ken Reggett. New Jersey, St. Louis, and Tampa Bay are possibly interested. Someone wants to make an offer for Ken Reggett. I am all ears. All right, Shanahan's not quite ready yet. Tilly will leave. We want everyone to get as healthy as possible before they come back. Well, actually, just like that, they're all ready to go. We're going to leave them out one more game so they get as healthy as they can be. As we're playing Vancouver, so either we'll win or Jeff has put it against us. P-Wog, thanks for coming out. Go Wings. 3-0 win over Vancouver. Thanks, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Thanks for letting that happen. 103 points on the season now. Zuba picks up a couple assists.
Almost hit your record now.
Kirk Maltby picks up an assist.
Yeah, your record is, you had 104 points 2 years ago, 105 last year, so stop at 106. Keep the pattern going. Right. And you're, I think, only a couple of days away from the trading deadline, too.
Yeah. Okay, so Tilly's ready to come back, which means Fedosov is out. Okay, Shanahan's coming back, so that means Kron is out.
Unless you want to put Oloston in for, or take him out for Fetisov to...
You know what? I forgot to check.
3 minutes of ice time.
Yeah, I forgot to set him. All right, now he's at Enforcer.
Yeah, that's fine.
That was my bad.
Oh, it's a screener. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I forgot to check, not Draper.
Maltby?
Yes. He was also on screener. That was my bad. We could have him as a shadow.
Go back checking forward.
All right. So we have one defensive defenseman, or one defensive forward. Game versus the Leafs.
You got Hasek in goal. Nobody needs to back check.
4-3. Well, that's pretty much it. We're the 90s. It's trap, trap, trap. Stu Barnes unassisted. Nice.
No, this is pre-trap.
No, trap's coming up very hard. All right, we are 1 day away from the trade deadline. Okay. All right, we got a couple trade proposals, 2 from Florida. Interesting. What does Florida want? Florida wants to send us the rights to Francois Rosenthal for Yuri Sliger.
Nobody.
Yeah, reject. Oh, okay. I like this. I think we're going to make this deal. Florida wants Ken Reggett, and we get Jay Pandolfo.
Yeah, a little more forward depth.
He's only half star, 2-star. But I mean, he had a pretty successful career. Not a high 226 points in almost 900 games. I think we're making that move, eh?
Yeah, and then what do you do for backup goalie then? Call up Locker?
Yeah, absolutely. Oops. Actually, Ken Reget's already on waivers, so we could claim him back. Oh no, Zubov got hurt? What? Food poisoning day to day. All right, I'm going to send Pandolfo down, though, because we don't need him.
Yep.
Let's take Zubov out of the lineup right now. Fedosov back in. So who is on waivers here? Rob Goudreau, Jim Peck, Ken Reget. Should we grab Ken Reget?
I'd say, see, if you want another goalie, just sign a free agent.
What, Jeff? Come on. Transactions. Trade block. Yeah, the trade block did not improve on the day before.
Yep, going to be by a trading deadline, I think.
Oh. Mike Newble is available on the trade block. Now, it's been a while, but he had a pretty successful career, did he not?
Yep.
Play all three center spots. Or all three forward
Stuck around
spots.
quite a while, too, into his late 30s, or back now until he was 40, actually.
Oh.
He only retired 10 years ago.
Yeah. Calgary Flames have no real weakness. Could we pry him away with anything?
Late draft pick, maybe?
Picked up those extra 5s. Nope, they're not interested in that. Offer that. Offer's too weak. I'd rather trade some forward depth. All right, can I add any more late round picks? All right, well balanced offer. Oh. You know, we have an extra 5th next year. I wonder if that'll do it. Okay, take out the 5th. Offer a 4th? No, they won't do it for a 4th. Okay, how about a 3rd? They still won't do a 3rd.
Yeah, he's starting to look too expensive.
I feel like we're giving quite a bit here.
Try taking Kostichkin out of the deal. See if that changes anything. They may not want him.
No, didn't make a difference. Okay, even offering the rights to 3 players and 2 5th-round picks, then they're still like, no. All right, I guess we're not getting Mike Newble. Just checking one more time. Todd Reardon. Tommy Salo. Do you want me to go get Tommy Salo for you, Jeff?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad pickup if you can get him cheaply.
I don't think we need him that
Give
bad.
you a little more, one more option in goal.
I think we should go after him. We need a guy who can't stop a puck from the blue line.
That only happened once.
from the other blue line. It's with the Sabres. Never mind. We're not going to trade for him. All right, we moved on past it. And there was actually very little movement at all.
Yeah, not surprising with so few players on the block there.
Yeah. Game versus St. Louis. Jeff, we haven't really talked about it. Tomorrow in real life is the NHL Draft Round One. Who do you think's going first overall?
Seems like a pretty much locked that Montreal's going to trade Shane Wright, although apparently there's a rumor today that the Canucks are
that they're
trying.
Wait, that they're going to trade Shane Wright?
No, they're going to take Shane Wright. I said.
No, you said trade.
Well, okay, I was getting ahead of myself. There was reportedly rumor, probably just the Montreal press stirring stuff up, that the Canucks were looking to trade JT Miller to Montreal, although it wasn't specifically for the number one overall.
I like JT Miller. He's not worth the first overall pick.
Yeah, 90 points this year.
Still not worth the first overall pick.
Yeah. But worth a lot more than the second rounder.
Yeah. There was the Kevin Cheveldayoff met with some of the media guys and had an interesting little talk with a bunch of them. And just, he said, like, this is the first real big COVID draft. So he's like, there could be no real consensus on a lot of guys. Beat up Detroit 5-2. Chris Draper scores. Solani. Even Elnick all looking good. All right. Greg Adams is actually ready to return soon, which give us back our second line center. Which I have to remember how to do. How we had this. Oh, Stu Barnes just got hurt. Perfect. Okay, so Draper was in for Adams. Stu Barnes has blurred vision. Awesome. Barnes comes out and we put in Draper. And I guess we're going to go hide Barnes on the injured list for a little bit.
Yeah, somebody isn't Adam. Really. Oh, no, Adam's back, yeah.
Yeah. Zubov is ready to go, so we can get him back in the lineup. Fedosov comes out. I should point out, Jeff, we are at 108 points as well now.
New record? Right. New franchise record?
Yes. All right. Continuing here, game versus Montreal. Can we win? We cannot. 4-1 loss to Patrick Roy, who makes 36 saves against us. Dave Poulin scores. Saranis in our chat says boring trade deadline. Well, I mean, that's just can happen. There's not teams.
There's a lot of movement leading up to it too. That I guess the San Luis trade was the big one.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you can't have exciting trade deadlines all the time, despite the fact what the media would like. Donald Beshear has resumed skating. Hey, wait a second. He's now got 1-star potential. I don't think he was at that before.
No, I think he did.
I think he was only at half-star.
No, it was 1.
Was it? Okay, take it back. Yep. Should probably actually be paying a little more attention to how Christoph Oliwa is doing.
Yeah, the fight yet? I don't think so.
5-0 victory over San Jose. Seven minutes, 37 ice time, but he's got good stats for all. Take a look here.
Even an assist.
Yeah, 1 assist, 10 penalty minutes, so he probably has a couple fights. Remember, we didn't set him as super aggressive. If free agency is like Christmas Day, trade deadline is like my birthday, Serrana says in the chat. Ooh, harsh.
Pavel Bure got himself suspended.
I missed that. For how long was that? 2 games. That's not bad. All right, game versus the Rangers here. Still don't really want to mess up our rhythm for anything. And we lose 4-3 to the Rangers. Darn. Jaromir Jagr, 58 goals with the Rangers. All right, here's some fights. Zubov is fighting Link Getz. Shanahan fought Chris King.
Hey, Leva, where are you?
He takes an unsportsmanlike conduct on the third period. That's all he does.
He apparently doesn't understand his role that well.
Doesn't speak enough English yet. All right, Jason Arnott's getting a little bit closer to healthy, although he doesn't have a spot on this team right now. Another game versus San Jose. And 4-2 victory. Solani gets his 48th. Falsey goes
We're getting a bunch of games against San Jose at the end of the year. Build up her confidence.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Actually, I gotta stop and think here. Oh yeah, Jeff, we gotta make a change here. I should do this right now. No, we got time. Never mind. Never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, development report. Our Czech guy is going up. Adrian Aucoin's going up. Chris Gratton's going up. Hammerlick's going up. Shane Donovan. Bunch of other guys. McGillney, Stumple, Tilly's going up. Zamnoff and Fedosov and Howard Chuck going down. Yeah. All right. Monthly budget. I'm going to increase, I'm going to double our player happiness to +6. Let's try and get everyone feeling really good. All he was sad because he's on a new team and he's isolated. Well, fight to make yourself feel better.
Punch somebody. That'll cheer you up.
5-4 loss to Vancouver.
I think the Canucks are fighting for a playoff spot here, too.
Olua takes an unsports tripping penalty. Excuse me. All right.
Well, he fought anybody, although we see the rest of the team seems to be fighting less now that he's in the lineup.
And Elnick is going to miss 7 days. All right. Place with Cron. And, oh, Stu Barnes is back. Which means I guess we got to make some changes here. Elnick's out. Kirk Maltby, I guess, is going to have to come out. Huh? Okay, Draper gets replaced with Stu Barnes. Maltby gets replaced with Draper. And we're going to send Maltby back down. Board conference update. We went 8-3-1. And they're still happy with us. Hooray! And now Jason Arnott's ready to return. But we don't actually need him, so we're going to send him down too. How many games we got left? Can't be a lot.
This is when they were playing 84, if I remember right.
All right, we're going to put Locker in for this, which I believe might be his first NHL game versus Philadelphia.
Yep.
And it's a 2-0 victory. Gets the shutout. Number 1 star.
First game. Nice.
Zubov scores. McGillney scores an empty netter. Nice. Okay, so it looks like we maybe have 5 games left.
If you're at 79, you've got 5 games left.
I can't do that math that quickly, Jeff.
Greg Nolan waived by the Blues.
Beshear is ready for full contact. Do we take Olua out for the playoffs? There's the question.
Definitely.
Definitely. 4-2 victory. Yeah. Oh, look, he finally fought someone. He fought Sean O'Donnell. Guaranteed fight. And then Shanahan fought Sean O'Donnell in the second period. Continuing to fight guys after. All right. So he's sticking in the top 10 for the points, Grace, but he's well behind. I guess, okay, yeah.
9 points, still pretty good.
Yeah, game versus LA here, who we're going to have to beat in the playoffs. And we lose again, 4-2. Awesome. Fantastic. Oliwa. Okay, Oliwa fought Rob Blake. And Stu Barnes fought Rob Cowie. Tepanumnum got hurt, but Beshear's ready to go, and Randy Cunneyworth is ready to go. Okay, Newman comes out, and we replace him with Fedosov. We'll leave Elnick out till he's 100%. And 3-2 loss to Toronto. What? All right, Beshear is ready to come back. So Beshear comes in for Oliwa. And that'll be Oliwa's final game with us for this year. And he ends up with 1 assist and 44 penalty minutes.
About right.
All right, we're also going to take Kron out and replace him with Elnick. All right. And Randy Cunneyworth is now, I can play if you need me.
Just in time.
And he's actually ready to return. Should I put him in for this game? 2 games left.
As long as his fitness isn't super low.
Well, he's been on the injured list. Okay, I'm going to play through this game. He's not going to play this game. That's a 5-1 Washington win? What? Okay, we're down. All right, Cunneyworth is back. Which means we have... I guess I can send Jason York down. Which I don't really know who else to send down.
You can send down Beshear.
No, we'll hold on to him for right now. But we're going to throw Cunneyworth back in for Beshear right now. I guess that's why Draper was down on the 4th line. Because Cunneyworth was on the 3rd. All right, game versus St. Louis. Sum it out, and it's a 5-1 victory.
Good way to finish the season.
Draper scores. Cunneyworth gets an assist. Howardchuk, Adams, Mogilny, Cunneyworth. Oh, good for Cunneyworth. Comes in, gets a goal and assist. Dude's happy to be back. All right.
How many points did Kylie finish up with?
We will look here in 1 second. LA actually passed us by 2 points. We finished the year with 118. What? Rangers are actually nipping at us at 117. LA got to 120. Teppo Numminen is almost 100%. All right, so let's get him back in. Fedosov. Before I forget. Numminen's back in. Our lines are basically where we want them. All right, we're going to wrap up here soon, but let's look at the nominations first. Hart nominations is Sakic, Francis, and Gretzky. Vezina is Kirk McLean, Sean Burke, and Tom Barrasso. Norris is Brian Leach, Phil Housley, and Rob Blake. Calder is Brad Tiley, Paul Kariya, and Steve LaRouche.
So what were Tyler's points?
Tiley ended up with 41 points in 63 games.
Oh, really slowed down near the end there.
Paul Kariya had 45 points in 78 games. And Steve LaRouche had 49 points in 84 games. I don't know.
He might get beaten by Korea, but still, that's, infinitely better than we expected from him.
Yes. We were not nominated for GM of the Year. Gilmore Francis and Fedorov for the Selke. Lady Bing is, Solani is in there with Brett Hull and Martin Straka. Mark Messier leadership is Brian Leach, Dale Hunter, and Mario Lemieux. Ted Lindsay is Sakic, Francis, and Gretzky. Jack Adams is Coke 1. Woo! Jack Adams Award nominee. Finally. That might be my first one ever. Go Caps, says Saranis. Daryl Sutter of the New York Islanders and Robbie Fatorik of Hartford. I'm pretty happy if Coke 1 got in there. Nice.
Yeah, Hartford actually had a pretty good year. Not that it'll matter because they're going to be, or are we not going to do that?
Are we not going to do what?
We get Carolina.
We'll have to look at that there here soon. All right, St. Louis in the first round, Jeff. I'm scared.
Are you going to leave this for next time?
We are going to leave this for next time. We're just going to pull up the playoffs here. So Montreal is playing the Rangers. Quebec is playing Buffalo. Hartford is playing Pittsburgh. Islanders is playing Boston. Vancouver is playing LA. We are playing St. Louis. Edmonton is playing Detroit. And Dallas is playing Calgary. Jeff, I think it's safe to say it's going to be a very interesting playoffs.
Yeah, and this is St. Louis with Hall & Oates.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I thought you said Hall & Oates. Okay. It's a joke. All right. With that, I think I just pulled up the points here so we can see Solani finished with 112 points in 80 games. Howard-Chuck had 109 in 82. Shanahan had 73 and 75. Mogilny had 65 and 73. Zubov had 57 in 72.
A solid year from
Elnick had 47 and 71. Olofsson had 42 and 84. Greg Adams had 42 and 76. Tiley had 41 and 63. Newman had 38 and 61. Basically, we got kind of scoring up and down the lineup, which is not a bad thing. But with that, thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well. Our streams go live on YouTube at about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays, just to make it nice for everyone, including our European viewers. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. We can find a link to our official Discord in our Twitter bio. And of course, you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to official forums. You can talk about Franchise Hockey Manager 8, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything there. We'll be back next week with the my Canucks game just at the start of the season. So I think I've moved us ahead a little bit. Haven't really added anything to the roster beyond what we had done last time. But I think we did make the playoffs last year, so hopefully we're in for a good season in this upcoming one. A reminder again, if you haven't picked up FHM 8 on sale this week, this will be the last day it's available at the 75% off price. So it would be a very good time to get it now if you haven't done it yet.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm sorry, you've already missed it. Have More Fun says, have a good one, peoples. Well, thanks for coming out. Have one. Yeah, it's very nice to see more people in the chat. With that, though, Jeff, I think we will see you all again next week.